Hey friends, Kevin here with Minivan Build 2.0. Now, I had two goals with this. What I've learned messing around with this stuff the last 7 years or so. One, I wanted this to basically be a no-build build. And number two, I wanted this thing to be as stealth as it can get. And I wanted to be able to accomplish that while giving myself the ability to go anywhere I wanted to go on this continent with this van. That means I would have to have a power source, solar, the stuff to run it, refrigerator, stove, toilet, bed, everything that is required to be able to stay night after night after night after night, and in the wintertime, a basic heat source. I also wanted to do this without spending a small fortune, just to show everyone out there that this could be done. Now, we're starting out with a minivan. The great thing about minivans, no matter what brand type you end up with, the inside dimensions are basically the same. So regardless of brand, you can copy this setup, you can tweak it to your heart's content. I wanted something to be able to jump into a quick weekend trip, and I wanted something that would satisfy me for when I did the long trips, 30 days, 50 days, maybe even more. And I wanted to correct a lot of the mistakes from the first time around, which is the mistake everyone makes starting out, which is simply carrying too much stuff. Good, simple, minimalistic, with still having everything that I need to roll with. So here we go. The bed setup, toolless assembly, heavy-duty frame. That thing will hold about 700 pounds. 4-inch mattress, just as comfortable as anything I have ever slept on anywhere in my life. Under it, room for 3 storage crates and a little bit of extra room for whatever I may need temporary space-wise. And that easily still lets me get into the underfloor space. Remember, the purpose of this is convenience and not having to move things around. Looking through from the other sliding door, you will see a lot of floor space. You will see the crates I can get to from under the bed again. And you will see my little ottoman. So let me show you this further. And what I decided to do was I wanted to leave one of these seats in here. And the reason I wanted to do that, now that I've thought of it, and I'm sure this will work after staying in here a few nights, is I wanted a place to be able to sit in here and work, relax, read a book, whatever, without having that claustrophobic feeling. Now, on bigger vans, a lot of times you have swivel seats in the front, but that's not an option on this minivan. So what I'm going to do is take that front passenger seat completely out. I just want this whole big open space right here, and that gives me all of this to sit and relax in. And my little ottoman that I have my feet on, that's actually a self-contained flushing toilet. With this cover on it, nobody even realizes what it is that's around. And if I need another seat just for someone to step in here and they want to sit down and hang out for a few minutes, they sit down on this, they don't even realize what they're sitting on. Back here I have cup holders on each side. I have a little cubby hole on each side, so phone, tablet, pair of glasses, cables. It just gives me a lot of space. And with being able to have both of these doors open, which is why I absolutely love minivans, with both of those doors open, you have plenty of that cross ventilation, plenty of air movement. So during the day, it stays nice and comfortable inside of here. Now, I have not removed this front passenger seat yet. That is my project for tomorrow. You will see it gone in the next video, and you'll see how much space this adds. Eliminating that passenger seat is going to open this thing up immensely. For stealth camping, it will allow me to still put a curtain across right here, right behind the driver's seat, so I don't have anything valuable necessarily sitting up front that anyone can see if they happen to try to glance in here at night. And this does have Reflectix window coverings for the back, so I can put those things in here in about 15 seconds, and they just store right under the mattress. Couple of 100 watts of solar on top. It's down inside the frame of the luggage carrier, so the normal person walking by this can't even see that there's solar panels on it. So here we are, good, simple, and accessible. Now, because I have this seat up, I have a cavity down in here where that seat would drop down and hide. The seat on this side has been taken out, so I do have storage in here under this also. And again, that's for stuff that I don't need to get to unless something happens. Some tools, tire repair kit, air inflator, something like that. So I'm not digging constantly in these things. Everything that I need to get to is in one of the front door panels of the vehicle. Suntan lotion, binoculars, toothbrush, toothpaste, or it is in one of those 3 containers. One for clothes, one for basically dry food, and a 3rd container for just miscellaneous whatever that I need. Doesn't fit in one of those places, it doesn't come with me. And even limiting that, in that 3rd container, I have room for a pot, a pan, the cooking stuff, a toaster, an electric coffee maker, and a little blender. Down in this cubby hole is my propane. It is a large cylinder now that goes to a little buddy heater. In summertime, that can get replaced with just a fan and other little miscellaneous stuff. I still run just a propane canister for simplicity to buy a 2-burner stove, because one of those canisters will last weeks and weeks and weeks of cooking. And I don't generally cook inside of my van, but in an emergency, the right situation, since this lift gate, another reason I like minivans, I have some cover in case it's raining, sprinkling a little bit. I can throw that 2-burner stove right up here, make it work, and I can make coffee or make breakfast or whatever that I need to do. So it is possible for me to do it. I just prefer not to. If I'm in a campground, I'd rather use the picnic table, and even if I'm out, I may just find a car wash or go to a city park or something and try to get that stove and stuff outside of the van. Again, that's just my personal preference, but by throwing it right up here, I can stand here and cook. Now, since it's just going to be me in this small van, I used to carry this fold-out shower tent. Quite honestly, I just don't need it anymore. So I am getting rid of this. Not needed by me. Ladies, you probably want one of these. Guys, we could care less. I can go to a city park, whatever. Hell, I'm never going to see those people again. I don't care if they look at me or not. Find me some quiet place over in the corner of a park, and I have, also in those 3 containers, I have a little fold-out bucket and a little shower system so I can stand and take a shower. Over on this side, I have an odd-looking little portable power station that runs the fridge. I have a 2nd little portable power station just to power lights and other things I need. Solar runs to this, so I can keep this thing running 24/7, 365. Very simple. And this is a monster fridge and freezer. It is actually 2 parts. It is 55 liters, about 58 quarts, just huge storage capacity. That allows me to have what I need, being able to carry a little frozen food, so I can go a week, 10 days, whatever, and have everything that I need. So with this setup, I can go as far back in the middle of nowhere as I want. And one of the reasons that I chose this beat up old van is because I want to be able to bounce over top of rocks. I want to go up back roads. I know I'm going to have trees banging off the side of it. I don't need anything nice and shiny and new. Now, if your form of camping is to have a nice new vehicle and go to a campground, that's great if that's what you enjoy. Me, I'm into the adventure aspect, so I am going as far off the beaten path as I can possibly go. This allows me to do that, and I don't have to worry about it getting another scratch on it, knocking a mirror off, which I have done 2 times so far. I have had to replace mirrors on vans I have used doing this. But it gets me where I want to go. This setup allows me to stay out there basically as long as I want to. I can sit on the bumper under the hatch. I can sit on the edge of the bed. I can sit here on these corners. So I also don't carry folding chairs. That saves me a huge amount of space. But that's the basis of my little setup. I'm going to follow this up with a full video showing every single item I carry and why, and items I no longer carry and the reason why. Let me know what you think about this, what's the same as your build, what's different from your build. Ask any questions that you need, put those down in the comments, and we'll talk soon.